One day during summer vacation in grade 1, I was playing some games with my neighbor, and she decided that she would lend me their Game Boy with their copy of Pokemon Yellow. They explained to me how to play, and when I got my Pikachu from Professor Oak, she told me, "How would you like to name your Pikachu?" "I can name it?" I asked her. And she said, "Yeah, it's yours. It's your Pikachu." Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Roszipou and it is a time of the month again where I will be showcasing my bullet journal. Um, I guess that you guys already could tell from the little intro that I did. My theme for the month of February 2021 will be based off my favorite video game franchise. The reason is because Pokemon will be celebrating their 25th anniversary this year, and me too by the way, on February 27th. With my passion for art and my little obsession of planning stuff to keep my life nice and tidy and organized with my bullet journal, I present to you an oversight look of how this franchise impacted me and how much it changed in 25 years. If you are interested into this kind of videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to make sure to not miss any other of my videos. Alright, let's jump right into it. Alright, so I started out my my cover page in a little quote. So as you guys could saw from the intro, I still own my original Game Boy with my original copy of Pokemon Yellow, and Pokemon Yellow was actually my first Pokemon game ever. Like I said, my neighbor decided to lend me a copy of Pokemon Yellow, and I played hours and hours with it. Unfortunately, I do not own my original save file because I am the kind of person that likes to restart my Pokemon games. And my last save file that I have on this cartridge was actually my friends because they wanted to try out Pokemon, and I was like, okay, you gotta start with the classics. So it's still a save file, I haven't erased it. But not gonna lie, getting back my Game Boy really gave me the inch to play this little retro game again. I started up by doing the line art of my cover page, and now I am doing the quote page. It's not really like an inspirational quote, but it is the first time that a NPC will talk to you in the game. This is Professor Oak. You probably know him if you ever watched the Pokemon anime or if you ever played a Pokemon game. And his quote says, "Hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon," which is the first, the first word that he says to us. So you'll notice that I have a bunch of Pokemon stuff laying around my bullet journal. I also wanted to take advantage of showing off my collection with, while doing my bullet journal. So I went for a more like retro style for the quote. So I tried to mimic the dialogue box and the kind of like 8-bit font that the game used to have. I mean, all video games used to have. And my hands hurt just by doing this kind of font, to be honest. It was really hard to like just draw without any kind of like pressure, if that makes sense, to give it like more the retro look, and also doing like everything as if it was like kind of like little staircases. It was really hard to manage. And now I started coloring my cover page. So like I said, Pokemon Yellow is my first Pokemon game ever, so I want to give it an homage to my little buddy that I knew from very long, 25 years to be exact. Well, maybe not 25 because I was born the same year as Pokemon released. Okay, maybe like 20 years. So if you never play Pokemon Yellow, in the intro before starting the game, you will see Pikachu just like, I guess, jumping or just being happy, and you'll see like the title, like Pokemon Yellow version, and Pikachu will be here, and he would like have a little speech bubble over him that says Pika. So I wanted to remimic that, but instead of having the speech bubble say Pika, it says Février, which stands for February in French. And just in case that you might be new, my first language is not English. I am French Canadian. I am from the province of Quebec. And oh, here's Kero again. Buddy, please. So both of my cats were hanging around a lot while I was making this. Sunny on my lap most of the time, and Kero just like chilling. And what I was saying, yes, so I colored Pikachu, and instead of making the Game Boy green just like my original Game Boy, I decided to make it pink because I always wanted to have a Game Boy Color pink. And still today, I still do not own a Game Boy Color. In fact, it is the only handheld console that I do not own. I finished up by coloring Professor Oak, tried to again mimic the pixel art that we had back in the day, and I put some electric shocks or thunder, whatever, around Pikachu, and it kind of gives it like a really like a 90s vibe, which I really like. So we turned the pages, and now we are working on my monthly calendar. So, okay, it's kind of like really confusing. You'll see that I really struggle with like having a lot of stuff laying around me. I really needed like all the place to make this calendar. It was more of a struggle than I thought it would be. So I started off by drawing like the little Pokeball, and again we are working with like the kind of like dialogue system that the game used to have, and the whole purpose of this spread was trying to remaking the look of like the very like not intense menus, but like one thing that I always thought that was kind of weird when I was young is that they keep like putting the menus like on top of each other. So I was trying like to kind of like give an homage to it, and I thought it would be perfect for the calendar. So I divided all my spaces for the calendar, and good thing that in this month the month starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday, because while doing this calendar I kind of realized that I didn't have a lot of space. Like you'll see my boxes are not even at all. It kind of looks like it, but they are not. So I write down the days of the week in French. So lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, and dimanche. I write down the dates. I was trying to again give this really retro font, but my hand was hurting so bad at this moment. And under the calendar, I wrote Février 2021, and I wanted like to make it look like a battle screen. So on the right we have my moves, so work, rest, eat, and game, because I'm a gamer. And we also have like the iconic fight, choose a Pokemon item, and run. And next to it we have my goals of the month with like the same font and like the same style. And I also decided to color the boxes for the days of the week with like a very pastel-y green, mostly because the Game Boy screen is green, and I wanted like to give it that look a little bit. And now, the reason why this month was like so long to do, I had a lot of cutting to do. So my first little cutting project was to cut all of Pikachu faces that you can find in the game, and I'm gonna stick them to my journal. So for those who didn't know, when you were playing Pokemon Yellow and you looked at Pikachu, he would make a sound and a face. Just like that. And it was really cute, and I could spend hours and hours just talking to Pikachu and see what face he would be making. And for those who doesn't know, the original voice actress for Pikachu actually did a bunch of sound for the game, and they were able to compress a voice and put it in the game, despite the Game Boy limitation at the time. So it's just me sticking out as many Pikachu faces that I could like put my hands on, that I found on the internet. We have like this really cute scene when you use a fishing rod and Pikachu is just like peeking out of a pot. We have Pikachu being happy, Pikachu being surprised, confused, Pikachu showing you love, and all that kind of stuff. And by putting all those Pikachu faces, it really looks like a menu screen. And now, changes. We are jumping into the second generation of Pokemon with Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. So I wanted to very like 5-head my bullet journal. Yes, with more cutting, but also every spread will represent a different generation. So we did the first generation, and now we are jumping into the second one with the next game, which again, like I said, are Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and they were remade into Gold and Soul Silver in 2011, I think. I would need to recheck that, but around that time. So I decided to go with the second generation, like I said, and now we are going into my habit tracker and my mood tracker. So for my habit tracker, again, very 5-head. I wanted to have 6 different habits because you can carry 6 different Pokemon in your team in the game. So I printed a bunch of Pokemon sprite that I really like, and fun fact, the second generation is actually my favorite generation and the only one that I didn't play before they released the remakes. Like I said, I didn't own a Game Boy Color, so I couldn't play it, and maybe it's the reason why it's my favorite generation. It was like kind of like inaccessible to me, and it was like kind of like always the dream, but they have like such cute designs of Pokemon. So I printed all my favorite Pokemon from this generation, and while I was printing, it was completely an accident. While I was printing them, I realized that some Pokemon were shaping a little bit bigger than the rest, because I basically used Windows printing software, and it's kind of wonky, and 6 of them were the perfect size for my habit tracker. So for my habit, we have Snowball and its evolution Grumble, Fanfi and Unfen, and Mareep and Flaffy. And next to them, I write down their name with the HP sign. So the whole purpose of this habit tracker is that the more the HP is gonna be full, the more healthy I am, kind of. And if I don't do an habit, my Pokemon's HP is gonna be very low, so I did poorly. And each of them will represent a different habit. At the bottom, I wrote choose an habit, and I kind of like gave up on the whole retro style fun because my hands were hurting so much. I just gave up on it. And I also stick the other Pokemons on top and at the bottom of my mood tracker. So on top we have Chikorita, Totodile, Cyndaquil, Kulava, Typhlosion, and of course the prince and king themselves, Wooper, and Quagsire. And for my mood tracker side, you'll notice it's kind of like a weird shape. It was actually how the Pokédex was presented in the second generation. So I did a square where I'll draw a Pikachu with its basic information, and at the bottom I will draw 28 Pokeballs. I didn't bother to draw them all because I was thinking that maybe I should like keep the energy left in my hand to do the spreads. So I only did one Pokeball, but I'm gonna have like 28 Pokeball that I'm gonna color in a different color depending on my mood. On top of Pikachu's information, I decided to stick the pictures, the sprites of Espeon and Umbreon, and fun fact, they are my favorite evolutions of the whole batch, especially Umbreon. I really like Umbreon. And at the bottom of that, we have, I think it is this 8 Pokemon that finished the Pokédex. So we have Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Larvitar, Pupitar, and Tyranitar, and we finish it up with Lugia and Ho-Oh, which are the legendary boxes of Gold and Silver and her Gold and Soul Silver. So I started to write Pikachu's info, and I didn't really like my handwriting, and then I remembered that it used to be like a black screen for the Pokédex. I wrote Pikachu's info with my Jelly Roll pen in white, and of course I drew and colored Pikachu. And also I colored a pink large rectangle for the navigation that we used to have in the Pokédex. So we have page, area, cry, and print, because back in the day, if you could connect a Game Boy printer to your game, you could print the Pokédex entry of the Pokemon that you caught. Pretty cool, huh? And now we are jumping into the third generation, so Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and their remake, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So again, I don't remember what happened, but I had like some stuff that I had to deal with on the computer, so you see me reach for my keyboard a lot of the time while I was doing the spread. But basically, we are in the Orange region, and I was wondering how I could like integrate my brand dump page and my monthly task page, which are really important to me, with ON. And I thought, okay, so I did the Pokédex, I did the menu where we can see our Pokemon team, and I did like the general buggy menu, so maybe I can try to do a map. And then again, 5 in my bullet journal, I was like, well, ON, as the meme says, 7.8 out of 10, too much water. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna use that. So because the map of this region is base of like the opposition between Earth and Sea, I thought that maybe for my brand jump I will write all my little ideas on the spots of land, and on the monthly task where I need like to have like very well separated columns, they will be on the sea. If that makes any sense. If it's like not well explained, I'm really sorry. But that's the whole point of it. So on the side of my brain dump, I will write all my very messy ideas, just like the messy land, and on the monthly task I will write them on the sea. And also I printed a bunch of Pokemon pictures. I printed out the legendaries, the starters, and some of my favorite Pokemon, which includes Shroomish, Swablu, Spheal, Milotic, and my favorite dragon, Flygoon. You can see around my journal that I have some copies of Pokemon Colosseum, my OG copy of Sapphire, my husband's copy of Emerald, and Mudkip, because Mudkips. And with that done, we are now moving to the 4th generation of the Pokemon games with Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Fun fact, I sold my copy of Pokemon Pearl because, for those who doesn't know, the story was really long in those games, and they kind of like fixed it with Pokemon Platinum. So I sold my Pokemon Pearl and I now only play with Pokemon Platinum. But still, I had like very good memories with those games, and one of them is when we battle for the first time with our starters. And I was just generally impressed with like what they could do with the game with the new powerful hardware of the Nintendo DS. And Pokemon was always like a 2D game, but they tried to do a little bit of like 3D in it, and I was like really impressed back in the day. Like all the background was kind of like in 3D models and everything, the opening scene as well. And yeah, that really impressed me back in the day when I was like around 10 or 11 years old. So I decided to represent that for my first week of the month. So I've been watching a lot of bullet journal videos, and more specifically people who do pop-up in their bullet journal, and I was trying to do that a little bit. So for my taskbar, you see that my task has a help bar, and that is pointing out on the right page, and on the right page under it we have a little text that I did a pop-up of. So I just cut some pieces of paper and I folded them and I stick them to this big piece of paper, and it says what Rose will do this week. So again, a little reference to the task that I have to do. And okay, so it's kind of weird, but I lost my footage while I was recording. My phone was filled up with videos, so I just lost the footage of me doing the other pop-ups. But basically, to summarize it, I did pop-ups for the days of the week. That kind of like represents the button that we had to press on the touchscreen for either if we wanted to fight, change Pokemon, get an item, or run again. And also for the little Pokeballs that represents the starters. So I colored the little pieces of grass green, again the same green I've been using for the whole bullet journal. And next to my task and my schedule of the week, I drew a suitcase with the Pokeballs inside it. So that represents a little bit ago before the battle, where we need to choose our starters. And please don't do like me, don't stick the Pokeballs before coloring the suitcase if you want to recreate this theme. I was really afraid to color the Pokeballs. Hopefully I didn't. I don't think I did. But yeah, so make sure to color the suitcase before putting down the Pokeballs. And under it, we have Février, again, which means February, 2021 version with a mini calendar. And under it, you probably saw at the beginning that I drew kind of like a silhouette of the legendary Pokemon Palkia, but I didn't really like it, and I put like cut up pictures of Pokemons for the whole team. So I just decided to last minute print out some pictures of Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup, which are the starters in this generation. I also did a little drop shadow in gray around my schedule and my taskbar as well. And this weekly spread was the last spread of this team. I hope that you liked it, and remember, you gotta catch them all. Thank you so much for keeping up with me until the end of this video. Creating art is my passion, but my bullet journal is really important to me so I can create art for myself. I am super happy that I was able to share what I did, and I hope that even if you're not into bullet journal or art, you were able to enjoy this video as a Pokemon fan, and I hope that you like to watch my creative process. Also, I would like to announce that for the month of February, I'll be live streaming my weekly spreads like in the good old days on my Twitch channel. You can find the link right here on the screen. And also, at the end of the month, I'll be wrapping up my bullet journal with a homage to the 8th generation, the latest generation in Pokemon, with a collaborative doodle art with my viewers that will be in chat that day. For more information regarding that, make sure to follow me on social medias and to catch up into my Twitch streams. And now, into the final flip through. I hope that you guys like this theme base of all the generation of Pokemon, well, until the 4th generation. Like I said, make sure to catch up on my Twitch streams where I'll be making weekly spread based of the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th generation of the games. I really had fun doing this theme, and I hope that you guys like my little Pokemon collection that I show up while I was doing my bullet journal. And yeah, that was it. Again, I hope that you liked the video. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, stay pink, and I will see you guys very soon. Ugh. Goodbye! Danny, do you want to say goodbye? No? She doesn't want to. Goodbye everyone, and I'll see you soon.